Hello and welcome back to Ranked 10s. Today we will take a look at the top 10 most powerful Vikings throughout history. Coming in at the 10th spot on our list is Eagle Skyla Grimson. He was a renowned Viking Age poet, warrior, and sorcerer. He is a figure shrouded in legend. Born in Iceland around 910 AD, he lived a tumultuous life, marked by adventure, violence, and poetic brilliance. Known for his fiery temper and exceptional skill with the sword, Eagle was also a master of skaldic poetry, a complex form of verse that was highly valued in Viking society. His life was a tapestry of battles, revenge, and exile. He clashed with powerful kings, including Eric Bloodaxe, and was even exiled from Iceland for a time. Yet through it all, Eagle's poetry remained a constant. His verses, filled with vivid imagery and intricate kennings, captured the spirit of the Viking Age and immortalized his name. One of the most famous works, Head Ransom, is a dramatic poem that he composed to save his life after being captured by Eric Bloodaxe. Coming in at the 9th spot on our list is Rollo. He was a legendary Viking leader and founder of Normandy. He was a figure of immense power and influence during the 9th and 10th centuries. Born in Norway, Rollo was known for his fearsome reputation as a warrior and his strategic brilliance. He led numerous Viking raids across Europe, including England, France, and the Iberian Peninsula, leaving a trail of destruction and terror in his wake. In 911, Rollo signed the Treaty of St. Clair-sur-Epte with King Charles, the Simple of France. This treaty granted Rollo and his followers a large territory in northern France, which would later become known as Normandy. In exchange, Rollo pledged his loyalty to the French king and converted to Christianity. Despite his newfound faith, Rollo maintained his Viking traditions and customs, and his descendants ruled Normandy for centuries. Rollo's legacy extends far beyond his conquests. He is credited with establishing a stable and prosperous society in Normandy, introducing new agricultural techniques and promoting trade and cultural exchange. His descendants, the House of Normandy, played a significant role in European history, with William the Conqueror, a direct descendant of Rollo, leading the Norman invasion of England in 1066. Ranking at the 8th spot on our list is Harald Fairhair. He was a legendary Norwegian king who, according to tradition, unified Norway under his rule in the late 9th century. His reign marked a significant turning point in Norwegian history, transforming the nation from a collection of small, independent kingdoms into a unified realm. Fairhair's rise to power was a result of his military prowess and political acumen. He engaged in a series of battles and alliances, eventually defeating his rivals and establishing his dominance over Norway. His victory at the Battle of Horsfjord is often cited as the decisive moment that cemented his rule. Despite his success, Harald Fairhair's reign was not without its challenges. He faced opposition from both domestic and foreign sources, and his attempts to centralize power led to conflicts with local chieftains. Nevertheless, his legacy endures, and he is remembered as one of Norway's most important historical figures. Coming in at the 7th spot on our list is Canute the Great. He was a Viking king who ruled over England, Denmark, Norway, and parts of Sweden in the early 11th century. He was a formidable warrior and a shrewd politician who consolidated his power through a combination of military might and diplomatic skill. Canute's rise to power began in Denmark, where he succeeded his father, Svend Forkbeard. He continued his father's campaign to conquer England, eventually defeating King Edmund Ironside and becoming the sole ruler of the country. Canute was a wise and just king who sought to reconcile the English and Danish populations. He introduced laws and customs that were beneficial to both groups and promoted peace and prosperity. Despite his success, Canute's reign was not without its challenges. He faced rebellions and invasions from other Scandinavian leaders. However, he managed to maintain his control over his vast empire through a combination of force and diplomacy. Canute's legacy as a powerful and effective ruler lives on in the annals of history. Ranking at the 6th spot on this list is Harald Hardrada. He was a legendary figure in Viking history. He was a warrior king of Norway from 1046 to 1066. Known for his ruthlessness and military prowess, he was often called the last real Viking. His life was a series of daring adventures and battles, both in his homeland and abroad. Before ascending to the Norwegian throne, Harald served as a mercenary in the Byzantine Empire, leading to the elite Varangian Guard. His experiences in foreign lands shaped him into a formidable military commander. Upon his return to Norway, he claimed the throne and quickly established himself as a powerful ruler. However, his ambitions extended beyond his kingdom. Harald's most audacious endeavor was his invasion of England in 1066. He saw an opportunity to claim the English crown after the death of King Edward the Confessor. Despite his initial victories, Harald's invasion ultimately failed. He was defeated and killed at the Battle of Stamford Bridge, a decisive moment in English history. Though his reign was relatively short, Harald Hardrada left a lasting legacy as a legendary Viking warrior king. Claiming the fifth spot on our list is Leif Erikson. He was a Viking explorer and son of Eric the Red. He is credited with leading the first European expedition to North America, roughly 500 years before Christopher Columbus. Born around 970 AD in Iceland, Leif grew up in a family of explorers. His father, Eric the Red, had been exiled from Norway for killing a man and had established a settlement in Greenland. In the early 11th century, Leif embarked on a voyage westward, following the route his father had taken to Greenland. His ship, carrying a crew of 35 men, was blown off course by a storm and landed on an unknown land. Leif named this land Vinland, the land of wine, due to the abundance of wild grapes he found there. While the exact location of Vinland is still debated, it is believed to have been somewhere along the northeastern coast of North America, possibly in present-day Newfoundland or Labrador. Leif's exploration of Vinland was short-lived, but it marked a significant milestone in European history. His discovery of North America, though not widely known at the time, paved the way for future exploration and settlement of the New World. Leif's legacy as a pioneering explorer continues to be celebrated today, and he is often considered one of the most important figures in the history of the Viking Age. Claiming the fourth spot on our list is Eric the Red. Eric the Red was a prominent figure in Norse history. He is best known for his discovery and settlement of Greenland. Born in Norway around 950 AD, he was exiled from Iceland for a period due to a manslaughter charge. During his exile, he explored the western coast of Greenland, discovering a land covered in ice. Despite its harsh climate, Eric named the region Greenland in an attempt to attract settlers. Returning to Iceland, Eric began recruiting colonists for his new land. With a group of followers, he sailed back to Greenland and established two settlements, Brothild and Gardar. These settlements became the heart of Norse society in the New World, thriving for centuries. Eric the Red is remembered as a courageous explorer who played a crucial role in expanding the reach of Norse culture. Although his life was filled with adventure and hardship, Eric the Red's legacy endures. His discovery of Greenland opened up new frontiers for Norse exploration and trade, and his settlements provided a home for generations of Vikings. His story remains a testament to the resilience and determination of the Norse people. Claiming the number 3 spot on this list is Bjorn Ironside. He was a legendary Viking warrior and king of Sweden, renowned for his courage, strength, and strategic prowess. Born in the early 9th century, he was the son of Ragnar Lothbrok, another iconic Viking figure. Bjorn gained his nickname Ironside due to his exceptional physical abilities and his reputation as an indomitable warrior. Bjorn participated in numerous Viking raids, including the famous invasion of England in 865 AD. Alongside his brothers, Halfdan, Ivar the Bones, and Ubba, they formed the Great Heathen Army, which conquered much of East Anglia and Northumbria. Bjorn's strategic brilliance and leadership played a significant role in the Viking success in England. After the death of his father, Ragnar, Bjorn emerged as a powerful leader among the Vikings. He eventually became king of Sweden, ruling with a firm hand and expanding his kingdoms through conquest. Bjorn's legacy as a warrior and king continues to inspire and fascinate people to this day. Coming in at the 3rd spot on our list is Ivar the Boneless. He was a legendary Viking leader who lived in the 9th century. Though his physical condition remains a subject of debate, with some historians suggesting he may have had congenital bone disorder. His reputation as a fearsome warrior and strategist is undeniable. Ivar was one of the sons of Ragnar Lothbrok, a renowned Viking chieftain. He played a pivotal role in Viking raids on England, Ireland, and France. His most significant achievement was the Great Heathen Army, a massive Viking force that invaded England in the 860s, and eventually established the Danelaw. Ivar's tactical brilliance and ruthless determination were instrumental in the Viking success. Ivar's life was marked by both victory and tragedy. He faced a number of setbacks, including a failed attempt to conquer Wessex. However, he ultimately left a lasting impact on Viking history. His name is synonymous with fear and respect, and his legacy continues to fascinate historians and enthusiasts alike. Achieving the number one spot on this list is Ragnar Lothbrok. He was a legendary Viking warrior and leader. He is a figure whose exploits have been immortalized in sagas and folklore. He is often depicted as a charismatic and ruthless leader who conquered vast territories across Europe. While the historical accuracy of his life is debated, his tales have captivated audiences for centuries. One of Ragnar's most famous campaigns was his invasion of Paris in 856 AD. Leading a fleet of Viking longships, he laid siege to the city, forcing it to pay a substantial ransom. This victory solidified Ragnar's reputation as a formidable warrior and earned him significant wealth and prestige. Another notable battle attributed to Ragnar was his encounter with the legendary Snake Pit. According to the sagas, Ragnar was captured by a Danish king and thrown into a pit filled with venomous snakes. However, Ragnar managed to survive by using his bare hands to strangle the snakes, eventually killing them all. This feat of strength and endurance further enhanced his legendary status. Thank you for watching the video. I'm glad to have shared some great Viking warriors. If you enjoyed the content, please like and subscribe. I hope to see you in the next video.